Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to the beautiful Taurus season. Very excited to share today's pick a card reading with you, so let the magic begin. So welcome to Taurus season, our second season in this new astrological year. Taurus is obviously the ruler of the second house, so check what you have in your second house in your astrology charts. It is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of beauty, love, money. There's a very strong connection to the divine feminine as well with this energy, and it is our fixed earth sign. So shout out to my favorite Taurian, Olivia. You might know her from Olivia the Bull on YouTube. Definitely check her out if you haven't already, but it'll be her birthday soon, so I'm sending you lots of love and well wishes, Liv. If you have Taurus in your chart, then this is an energy that's very much about working hard, but also enjoying the pleasures and the comforts of life. Taurians love their food, they love relaxing, they love a pamper session, they like anything that can make them feel really good. They can be seen to be more focused on the material. However, I think that's just because they're quite earthly, they're very connected to and understand the material world quite well. That doesn't mean they don't have any spiritual or higher connections, so it does kind of depend how you utilize this energy if it's in your chart. And I can't help but associate Taurus season with roses, so today we are using the Rose Oracle and the Self-Care Oracle. So those are the two decks we are using today. So I just invite you to just tune into yourself for a moment, just close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and just ask yourself, what do I most need to know for Taurus season? And whenever you're ready, just open your eyes and choose from either card pile 1, which is on the left, or card pile 2, which is on the right, and just trust your intuition, trust that your higher self and your inner wisdom are working together to guide you to the right thing for you. So if you chose card pile 1, then you chose healing the motherline, healing ancestral work, motherline, growing up. So this is really interesting. This is quite a specific thing for you to focus on actually through Taurus season, and this might be something that you've already been working on. This might not be a shock to you or a surprise to you. You might think, oh yeah, actually I'm already doing that. I've already been working on healing my mother's line and my line that I'll be passing on to my child. And even if you aren't a woman, you may still find that you want to heal that divine feminine connection that you have, or a connection with your mother or your grandmother or whomever it may be. Maybe it's a sister or a friend, but definitely there's this ancestral theme that's coming through here. So really being the one to bring the healing that will really pay forth for the future generations to come. So I think there's going to be a bit of shadow work potentially here and a bit of healing that's needed. So I would really encourage you to consider working with somebody, a therapist or a healer, who can really guide you. Maybe even somebody who can work with you in terms of hypnotherapy or regression to help you connect perhaps to that ancestral line. Maybe you could also work with a medium. Maybe your grandparents have passed over or your mother has passed over. This might be an ideal opportunity to connect with them, and I would say do that when you feel ready to do so, and do that in an environment where you feel nurtured and safe and held whenever you're doing any of this work. It's really not easy. If it seems easy, it's probably not going deep enough. So this is almost an invitation for you to look at that. And I would say that as well as being, you know, your parents, your mother or a female guardian, or your grandparents, for example, that this could also refer to yourself as a mother, as a parent. Because even if you are a male watching this, or if you are non-binary, or whatever your gender is, then you may find that the divine feminine within you needs some nurturing, and maybe you need to mother yourself. And that doesn't mean totally focusing on women. It means allowing that receptive, soft, nurturing, intuitive side of yourself to come forth, and feeling that it's safe and it's okay to connect with that. So I think what's really interesting is that your self-care card that came through is look to the stars. Now I'm pretty sure we had this in the Aries season, and when I first shuffled and received this card, I was like, we've already had this. And I was going to shuffle again, and as I went to shuffle again, I received a message of, no, this is important, because if we're talking about the ancestral line, you need to look to the stars. You need to connect with those who've passed over, your ancestors, right, to bring this healing that you need to bring forth. So even though we've had this card, the interpretation now is different, because what's coming through is this element of connecting with your ancestors and the past line on your female side within your family, okay, to connect more with that side of yourself, to bring forth that nurturing element which is so ready to be brought forth within you. So this can be great, this can be fun. This could be looking at your family's astrological signs and their charts, obviously with their permission if they're still alive, but if they've passed over, that that should be absolutely fine. And or working with somebody, as I say, who does mediumship, or perhaps just choosing to meditate and connect with them anyway. And you can also obviously connect to the Akashic records and past lives, as I say, and then tune into that as well. So I think that this is an invitation in this Taurus season to go deeper into that divine feminine connection and really bring some healing forth for you. So if you chose card pile 2, then you chose Held, Sureness of the Soul, Unseen Help, Support, Community. So this is a really lovely card actually, because I feel that this is saying in Taurus season, you will feel held, you will feel supported by your loved ones or by your friends or whatever community you have around you. That could be online, that could be in person. I hope that it's both, but however that is, it's important for you to connect to that. And what I want to bring in straight away is actually your self-care oracle card, which is write a gratitude list. Because perhaps hearing this, you might think, I don't really have anyone to be grateful for, I don't have anyone to hold me, I'm always the one who's strong and I have to hold myself. So this is an invitation to say, well, actually there are people who support you. So look at who that is. Even if it's one person, just look at who that is and write a gratitude list for them. And remember, when you're writing a gratitude list, you can write it in the future tense of, I'm so grateful I have X, Y, and Z friends who are bringing loving, compassionate support to our friendships. I mean, this is about you feeling held. So this is an opportunity for you to be vulnerable, to allow other people to be there for you. And I also want to bring in as well, it talks about unseen help. So recognizing that you have your spirit guides, your spirit family around you who can support you. So perhaps if you're not feeling fully held in the physical by people around you, you can call upon your spirit guides or your healed ancestors or your archangels or whatever you believe in, your higher self, whatever feels good for you. You can call upon them and say, I'm calling upon you right now and I would love for you to help me with X, Y, and Z. Remember being really specific, because I need da 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 da, whatever it may be, right? Okay, it's for you to tune into your heart to see what you feel you need. So I think start with this gratitude list. I think that would be a really great idea to write, and maybe do it every day for Taurus season, of why you're so grateful for the people in your life or the spiritual presence of support that you have in your life, and just how thankful you are that you have that connection in a spiritual and a physical and an online sense, right, that can support you and help you to feel that you're in a space of community, you're understood, you're held, you're safe, you're loved, because that's ultimately what life is really about, right? Feeling loved and being able to love others unconditionally and loving yourself unconditionally as well. That's important too. So this is, I think, a nice gentle exercise for you for this Taurus season, which is recognize what's around you, be grateful for it, manifest more of the same. So I hope that you've enjoyed these readings. Let me know how they resonate with you in the comments below as always, and I will see you in next week's video. Almost forgot my thumbnail. That'll be big. Grandmother or female grandmother, trust that you. And we're also using the self-care, is it called the self-care affirmation deck or self-care? Oh man, it's only over there, I'll get it. So you will know that, such as the pan, this is obviously the ruler. Oops.